Good morning. So today we are going to discuss on the diuretics. Now what is mean by the diuretics? Now diuretics are the agent which increase the urine volume, while natriuretic cause the increase into the renal sodium excretion. Because of the natriuretics, almost always there will be the increase into the water excretion, and they usually called as a diuretic. So the diuretics are the agent which increases the urine volume, clear, urine outflow. Now this type of the diuretics means there is a different types of the diuretics are there, and these diuretics also increase the excretion of the sodium and an accompanying ion, usually chloride. So these diuretics also you can say that involve into the excretion of the sodium and chloride. Now sodium and chloride in the body is the major determinant in the extracellular fluid volume, and most clinical application diuretics are directed towards the reducing of the extracellular fluid, you can say that fluid volume, by decreasing the total body NaCl content. Now see, already we have seen about this you can say that picture. What does it mean? Here we are the urine excretion, it is take place after via three consecutive process. What is the process? Glomerular filtration. So first is the glomerular filtration. In the glomerular filtration, what happened? In the glomerular filtration, water and the different ions, it will be get absorbed through the glomerular filtration from the blood capillaries. And then in the tubular reabsorption of about 99% of the water and most of the solutes, it will be again reabsorbed into the blood. And in case of the tubular secretion, again some drug, waste products of etc., it will be go into the urine, and then it will excrete as a part of the urine. Now mainly you can say that these diuretics are act into the different mechanism, but actually what they are doing, they are, you can say that they are acting on the to inhibit the reabsorption, clear, reabsorption. So if they can inhibit the reabsorption, so more water it will be excreted as a urine. So that is, you can say that diuretics. Now if we come about the classification of the diuretics, now there is a majorly we are categorizing these diuretics into the three classes. High efficacy diuretics, that means sodium, potassium and chloride co-transport inhibitor. Also it is called as a loop diuretic, and most important drug is the furosemide. Next is medium efficacy diuretic, sodium and chloride symbiote, like thiazide, hydrochlorothiazide and thiazide, like that is the chlorthalidone. Next is weak and adjuvant diuretics. Now here the carbonic anhydrase inhibitor like acetazolamide, potassium sparing diuretics, or also known as the aldosterone antagonist, that is the spironolactone type of drug, potassium sparing diuretics, that is the amiloride, and osmotic diuretics, mannitol. So these are the different types of the drug are there which involves into the you can say that used as a diuretic. Now before we discuss about the mechanism of action of the diuretics, we should know about the diffusion and osmosis. What is the diffusion and osmosis? Now if you see about the diffusion, what happens into the diffusion? In case of the diffusion, for example, there one you can say that a particular container, it is contains the solute and solvent, and solute it will be aggregated one. Now in the diffusion case, they will be equilibriumly they will be diffused into the solute, it will be diffused into the solvent. Now in you can say that in this particular, so they are also equilibrium maintained here. Now in case of the, you can say that, so here we can say that solute molecule moves from the high to low concentration. So solute molecules, so these molecules it will move to the high to low concentration. Now in case of the osmosis, what is happening to the osmosis? Osmosis is a diffusion of the water across the partially permeable membrane from the dilute solution. Dilute solution means here we can say that high concentration of the water to a concentrated solution, low concentration of the water. Now what does it mean? Now either if you see this photograph and this photograph, here this water, it will be separate. This is the, for example, sugar molecule. Here is the water molecule. Now what will happen? They will be separated by a semi permeable membrane. Clear? Semi permeable membrane. Now here number of the solutes is more, here the number of solutes is less, but the water content is same. Clear? Water content is same, or the solvent is same, but here it is the more concentrated, here it is the less concentrated. Now what will happen? From the less you can say that less concentrated part, the water molecule, it will move into the higher concentrated part. That means you can say that water, it will be moving there, low solute concentration here, and here is the high solute concentration. As a result, what will happen? More solvent it will go in this particular area, as there is more number of the solute is present. So what will happen? They will maintain the equilibrium in terms of the concentration. Clear? In terms of the concentration, they will maintain the you can say that they will maintain the solution. So that is important. So equilibrium, again here also it is equilibrium, but in terms of the concentration. So that is the osmosis. Now in case of the diuretics, the osmosis is one of the important factors for the mechanism of different types of the drug. So next we are going to see about the mechanism of action of drugs.